This is an ADRC controller running completely on custom INAV firmware. If you've been following the channel, you know that previously I brought Active Disturbance Rejection Control or ADRC to Betaflight. It was awesome proof of concept, but today we are taking things a step further. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build and run your own ADRC based INAV firmware. Now you might be wondering, why bother replacing INAV's traditional PID controller? Traditional PID controllers react entirely to past error, and getting them perfectly locked in can require a lot of tedious fine-tuning across multiple variables. INAV does have easy tune, which can decrease the complexity, but ADRC is fundamentally different. It uses an extended state observer to treat things like wind gust, aerodynamic changes, and voltage drop as a total disturbance. It actively estimates these forces and cancels them out in real time. In theory, ADRC drone can achieve better stability than DJI drones as long as the sensors are same. Also, it is much simpler to tune compared to the PID controller. You are primarily tuning the controller's bandwidth on ADRC. Because this is highly development focused, I've actually put together two distinct versions of this firmware. The first variant is the basic version. In this build, ADRC is strictly handling the core flight dynamics, pitch, roll, yaw. For the navigation modes like altitude hold and position hold, it fallbacks to the standard INAV PID controllers. Then we have the full version, and this one is extremely experimental. Here ADRC handles absolutely everything: pitch, roll, yaw, plus the barometer for altitude hold and GPS for position hold. My GPS wasn't working properly, so I couldn't test the position hold, but I was able to test the altitude hold on ADRC. Because ADRC constantly tries to estimate and correct the error, noisy sensor data can actually cause the controller to overcorrect or completely miss the target. It requires a completely different approach to tune to make sure the observer isn't chasing ghost sensor data. That's why it's experimental. Before we make the firmware, consider to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you liked the video, consider to give a like. Because I'm having Windows laptop, I have to install using WSL method. First, search WSL, open it, then press any keys and it will do the process for installing WSL. After that is done, go to the Microsoft Store and install the Ubuntu. Then that is done, open the Ubuntu, type the name and password. Then go to my GitHub page. In releases, you can download the version of ADRC that you want. Cut it and you will see Linux here. Click that, Ubuntu, home, your username, then paste it here, then extract the file here. Extract. After you extract it, you will see this. Go to your WSL, type ls, and you will see this. This is the same name here. So to make it simple, change the name to INAV, then WSL ls, and you will see the INAV folder. Then what you need to do is, then you have to paste this command here. This command will install all the essential to make the firmware. Because I am having take fpv 405 flight controller. If you're having different flight controller, change the name, then click enter. It will ask for the password which you typed in here. After that is done, it will be automatically doing everything. After the firmware is built, go to our INAV folder. Inside you will see the build, and this is our ADRC firmware. To install it, put it somewhere you can easily access, then open your INAV configurator, then upload the firmware. Now there is one more thing that you need to do. Connect your flight controller, then here you have to go down in CLI. In here you have to type set PID, and you see here PID type, then equals to, in here this is a PID controller and we are going to use the ADRC, so click here and enter, then type save. Now the firmware is ready and the software is working properly. Now it's time to calibrate it. The best part of ADRC is how simple it is compared to a traditional PID controller. With PID, if you mess up any single parameter, your drone becomes completely unstable. ADRC is way more forgiving because these aren't abstract mathematical gains. They represent real logical settings. First is the P parameter, which tells the controller how fast you need to fix an error. This is your controller's bandwidth. If you want a super fast, high-speed stick response that eliminates error instantly, you increase this parameter. If you want the corrections to happen more smoothly and slowly, you decrease it. Next is the I parameter, which represents the observer's bandwidth. This simply tells the controller how much error you want to fix. The observer watches the drone's movement to predict and catch things like physical overshoot before the controller even processes them. Here is the golden rule for tuning the observer. Set this value 3 to 5 times higher than your P parameter. The observer has to be significantly faster so it can spot and clean up error ahead of the controller. Just be careful not to push it too high. If your observer value is excessive, it will start reading the natural mechanical noise from your sensor and try to fix the noise, thinking it as an error. Finally, we have the D parameter, which is your motor gain or system gain. This setting simply tells the firmware how much physical acceleration power your motor actually have. If your motor is having high kV, you can decrease this parameter. If you are having low kV motor like I am having, I increase the parameter. Leaving this parameter higher is always safer side. It ensures motor can accelerate predictably and fix error right at the speed you set your controller bandwidth. And that is literally all there is to it. No endlessly chasing hidden variables. Just directly controlling over your speed, your observer, and your motor power. Hopefully this makes the calibration process clear and easy to follow. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more development updates on this project, make sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment if you are building one yourself, and drop a like on this video. See you in the next one.